Hey everyone, welcome to my class. Let's get into it. Well, we are going to be talking in this Ed Puzzle preview about week 9 and what you should expect this week. We are going to continue to utilize different platforms, including this Ed Puzzle for this preview that you get every single Monday, no matter what's going on. In this week, we are going to, of course, use Pear Deck as well as our live video platforms, but we also are going to have a Colorado Fet and a Kahoot. Those are the major ones. Remember that if you need to see the big picture of what we're doing each week, I lay out the week as well as what we do in each lesson on the Google site. Please do not be afraid to go and check that out to make sure that you understand what's supposed to be happening, because your assignments are just all posted on Google Classroom and it may not make a whole lot of sense. So if you should be utilizing both of these websites to help keep you organized and on track and understanding what you got to be doing. The live lessons are on Tuesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday at your designated time, depending on what period you're in. If you miss the live meeting, later that afternoon, a recording in a Ed Puzzle version will be posted. It's super important to not only view those lessons either live or recorded because I am presenting content to you, but I'm also going to be talking you through how to do certain assignments and what is expected of you in those assignments. So please make sure that you are viewing those, especially if you have questions about an assignment and you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. First thing I'm going to say is, have you watched the lesson? And if you haven't, that's where you need to make sure you go. Okay. Make sure that you also are going in number order with the assignments. So pay attention to what number is in front, that you are completing the work. So don't turn in anything that's blank, watching the whole lesson all the way through, and just giving your best effort and doing the work, putting the work in. If you have questions, there are so many ways that you can get in contact with me. Please don't be afraid to ask questions, fill out the surveys, advocate for yourself by posting a comment or question in Google Classroom or emailing me directly. Whatever it is, it's awesome that you guys are asking for support, and don't be afraid to do it, okay? And as always, we are going to be safe, responsible, respectful, prepared here as students in our digital space so that we can hopefully very soon be back together and practice that together in person. Thank you for your patience, resiliency, flexibility, all of that. Thank you for showing up, being you, being yourself, and giving your best, whatever that might look like. So this week's assignments, we are talking about the structure of the atom. We were introduced to the atom last week and the scientist who discovered it. But this week, we're going to talk more specifics about those parts of the atom and how you can calculate those subatomic particles based on the properties of the element. So your assignments this week, we have this preview. You are then in the first lesson going to have a Colorado Fet. We're building an atom as well as a reflection question that ties back to what we talked about last week. And then in our second lesson, we're going to learn how to use the periodic table to calculate protons, electrons, and neutrons. And you're going to get lots of practice using that in a Kahoot, as well as getting back on our schedule of having a check for understanding quiz each week. So your Colorado Fet will look something like this, and your Kahoot practice will look something like this. So also always make sure to give yourself a tank check, take a moment and see where you're at, and do something to fill your tank. You cannot be your best self, your best student, your best son or daughter, your best friend, your best partner, unless your tank is full. So make sure that you are doing those things to make sure you're in a good spot. All right, let's do this. I look forward to seeing you guys. Have a great week. And yeah, have a good one.